The question here is about money, one of the most controversial topics for many people for whatever reason. And this question is by Absolute Wit, and he asked the question, how do I break through my hatred for money? And the interesting thing is actually how the question is phrased, because when you use the word hatred or hate, it's actually more of that you need to address, because it gets you very close to the answer to your own question. So then I will have to represent the question and ask the person, what do they hate so much about money? And then wait for a response. And since this is a monologue, I will have to respond. The person would probably say, it's because money makes people corrupt. And that's very interesting as a response, because that's how many of us think until we realize, well, first of all, what is money? What is it trying to emulate? What is it trying to do in the reality? It's current, it's currency, it's trying to emulate some kind of energy. So let's take for one moment to put money then actually in a head-to-head place with energy, so that way we can understand it better. So if money is energy, air is also energy, oxygen is also energy, and you need that. So to insist that oxygen is evil because corrupt people breathe it, is the same reason, the same theology of why one would come up to the conclusion that money is actually evil. Listen to what I'm saying. But the interesting thing is, then we go a little bit deeper and ask ourselves, well, so where do all those concepts come from that money is actually evil? And we find that actually comes from media and propaganda. How media and propaganda generally portrays money is girls and cars and stock market, wolf on Wall Street, Lamborghinis, Monaco, boats, and of course, that kind of excessiveness to a reality that's suffering, starving, has countries that are poor, etc., creates a polarity. But remember, the entire reality fuels itself on these polarities. We wouldn't know poor if there wasn't rich. So this kind of thing, it starts to get us into, okay, well, maybe it's that they're not highlighting enough of how people are utilizing currency, power, energy to create great things in this world. How it is an intermediary for a person that may be creating an invention, maybe creating something that saves someone's life. And that's equally going on too. So then we find that the programming around money is actually saying, hey, instead of going to do something great with your current and currency, go and waste it. Go in and do all these corrupted things with it. That still will be your choice of what you choose to do with it. But that seems like it's the popular choice. Then last but not least, there is a part of the reality, especially in many of the in the Western culture, that works on a slave-based mentality. And what this literally means is that there is a large group of people that they would rather keep with this idea that wealth for them is evil and should not be thought about. And that's to surely keep the person from achieving any of their inventions and things that they're going to need to have and adapt along the way that actually take money, because it takes a transfer between another person and the energy that they've invested into it. So this gives us a deeper aspect of looking at money like energy, just as it is. That's the world that we're living in right now. That's how it presents itself. And then going a step deeper and saying, okay, if it's energy, is it the energy that I really hate? Or is it how the energy is being framed and presented to me? So think about that.